Morning, church. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be up here this morning, so not as prepared, but I'm sure you'll bear with me. I made a fairly long post on both my social media platforms last Sunday morning before I came to church, and I was really surprised that Doug was doing a sermon on God's truth. So I offered to share my post because it's God's truth. Yeah, I'm going to edit it a little bit, but so here goes. I've seen a whole lot of stuff posted by many friends about the new Texas law of no abortion after there's a heartbeat. Rape, teenage pregnancy, husband left, blah, blah, blah. Tell me, have you had an abortion? No? Well, I have. I was 17, and like most 17-year-olds, I was terrified of what my parents would do. Stigmatism of being a pregnant teenager, ruining the rest of my life, etc. I didn't know Jesus, and I didn't have any concept of valuing the life of my unborn child. All I thought about was me. So I went to a clinic and had my defenseless unborn child ripped apart as it was vacuumed from my body and thrown into the trash. 32 years later, do I regret this? Yes. I'm not the same self-centered, scared little girl I was at the age of 17. I'm painfully aware that I murdered my child, who would have likely been blonde-haired and blue-eyed like me. I could have carried through with the pregnancy and given the baby to a childless couple who desperately wanted one. Would my life be the same? Maybe, maybe not. What I do know is that while my life would likely be different, I would still be okay. What difference would 9 months of being pregnant and some ridicule from stupid high school kids make to me now? Nothing. Except knowing I did the right thing for the innocent life growing inside of me, and I wouldn't be sad about this now. It certainly wasn't my baby's fault that I was a dumb teenager. Tell me, if your parents came to you one day and told you that you were adopted and that you were a product of rape, would you want to thank your birth mom for being brave and selfless and giving you life? Or would you hate her for not aborting you? Who stands up to defend the defenseless? Do you really think it's not a baby yet? Killing an unborn child inside your body is no different than killing a child after they're born, except for there are consequences for one and not the other. Would you kill your own child who is standing in front of you in cold blood because it's no longer convenient for you to have them? My name is Holly Pennington, and this is not a copy and paste. This is my testimony. If you're reading this, you know me, and you know I don't make stuff up. So please, give this issue some thought from some less selfish and self-centered points of view, like that of an innocent child or a woman who regrets her actions so much later in life. Because if you don't, you're just one more selfish, self-centered person like me. So that was my post. And I got a few comments from people that were kind of blown away that I would share something very sensitive and personal. And my thoughts on that are, I know I am forgiven. And even though I know I'm forgiven, it still hurts. But I have two choices on what I can do with that. I can sit and be sad and beat myself up, or I can give it to God and let Him give me the strength to get up here so I can say this, so that He can do something good with what I did. Because God works all things for good, right? He can take my shame and my pain and use that. And if I can change one mind and save one life, then it's all worth it. Thank you, everybody, for your time. I appreciate it.